5 years ago, I spent one night with a stranger and disappeared before sunrise. I never told him I was pregnant. I never told him he had a son. Because men like Ethan Cole don't marry women like me. He was a billionaire. I was just a waitress serving drinks at one of the richest parties in Manhattan. That night, someone drugged his drink. He mistook me for someone else. I tried to leave. I told him, "Please, I'm not that kind of woman." But he held my hand like I was the only thing keeping him from breaking. And somehow, one night happened. One night I spent 5 years trying to forget. By morning, I was gone. Weeks later, I found out I was carrying his child. So I chose silence. I raised my son alone. I told him his father was dead, because saying he never came would hurt even more. But 5 years later, my little boy walked up to a stranger in a café, looked into his eyes, and smiled. "Sir," he said softly, "can you be my daddy?" And the man who turned around was the billionaire I had been running from all along. The rain that evening came down heavily, washing Manhattan in silver. Sophia Bennett stood behind the Grand Monarch Hotel, fixing her waitress uniform and trying not to think about the rent she still hadn't paid. Her best friend, Mia, rushed toward her carrying a tray of glasses. "You look like someone attending her own funeral," Mia said. Sophia sighed. "If my landlord calls again, it might actually be my funeral." Mia laughed. "Tonight is a big event. Rich people, investors, celebrities, and one dangerous billionaire." Sophia raised an eyebrow. "Dangerous billionaire?" Mia leaned closer. "Ethan Cole." Sophia paused. Everyone knew that name. Young CEO, cold heart, sharp mind. The kind of man people feared before meeting. Rumors said he never smiled. Rumors said he trusted no one. Sophia picked up her tray. "Well, unless Ethan Cole plans to pay my rent, he means nothing to me." Inside, the ballroom looked like another world. Crystal lights, soft violin music. People dressed like magazine covers. Sophia carefully moved between tables, serving drinks. Sometimes she wondered what it felt like to belong in places like this, to wear diamonds instead of borrowed uniforms. Then she felt it. Someone was watching her. She turned, and there he was, Ethan Cole, tall, calm, dangerously handsome, and staring directly at her. Sophia quickly looked away. Men like that were trouble. 20 minutes later, she almost crashed into him. Her heel slipped. The champagne glass tilted. Strong hands caught the tray before it fell. Her heart stopped. "Ethan." His voice was low. "You should watch where you're going." Sophia should have apologized. Instead, tiredness made her brave. "You were standing there like traffic laws don't apply to billionaires." Silence. She wanted the ground to open. Then, the corner of his mouth moved. Almost a smile. "You're brave," he said. "No," she replied honestly. "Just tired." Before he could answer, a beautiful woman in silver walked over and held his arm. "Ethan, they're waiting." She looked at Sophia once, dismissed her completely. Ethan's eyes stayed on Sophia. Then he said softly, "Try not to start a war before dessert." And he walked away. Mia rushed over. "What was that?" Sophia exhaled. A near-death experience. But deep down, Sophia knew something had shifted, and before the night ended, everything would change. By midnight, the party had changed. Champagne became whiskey. Business conversations became messy laughter. Sophia was counting the minutes until she could go home when Mia rushed toward her. "Sophia." That tone meant trouble. "What happened?" Mia lowered her voice. Someone drugged Ethan Cole's drink. Sophia froze. What? He's upstairs. Private suite. Security tried helping, but he threw everyone out. Sophia blinked. And this concerns me because the manager wants you to take water to him. No. Yes. Before she could escape, the manager appeared. Suite 1904, now. Sophia looked at Mia. If I die, delete my browser history. She grabbed the tray and entered the elevator. The private floor was too quiet. She knocked. No answer. She knocked again. Still nothing. She should leave. Instead, she slowly pushed the door open. The room was dim. A broken glass lay near the bar. His jacket was on the floor, and Ethan stood by the window, breathing heavily. He looked angry, lost, dangerous. She stepped inside carefully. Mr. Cole? His voice came low. Who sent you? The hotel. Water. I said I wanted to be alone. Sophia placed the tray down. I know. Unfortunately, rich people don't get to suffer dramatically without staff involvement. A pause. Then he turned. His eyes were darker now, broken. He walked toward her slowly. You, he said. Sophia swallowed. Yes, me, the waitress with terrible survival instincts. He stopped in front of her, too close. You look familiar. She forced a smile. That's because we met downstairs. He shook his head. No, older than that. Sophia frowned. I'm sure we've never met. His hand lifted. He touched a strand of her hair gently. Her body froze. I know your face, he whispered. She stepped back. Ethan, I think you need water. Instead, he stepped closer. Stop calling me Mr. Cole. Her heart pounded. And what should I call you? He looked at her carefully. Ethan. Thunder crashed outside. And in that quiet room, Sophia realized this night was about to change everything. Thunder rolled outside the glass windows, but inside the suite, everything felt too still. Sophia stood frozen for a moment after saying his name. Ethan. It felt wrong coming out of her mouth, too familiar, too personal. Ethan didn't move away. Instead, he stayed close, watching her like he was trying to place a missing memory. I know you, he said again, low and uncertain. Sophia shook her head quickly. No, you don't. I just work here. But her voice wasn't steady anymore. Ethan pressed his fingers to his temple, like something was hurting inside his mind. The room. It feels like I've been here before, he muttered. Sophia took a careful step back. You're not well. You should sit down. But instead of listening, Ethan moved toward the bed. Slowly, unstable. He sat down heavily, breathing uneven. Sophia hesitated. She should leave. Every instinct told her to leave. But something about the way he looked, lost, not dangerous, stopped her. I'll call someone, she said softly. Ethan shook his head once. No. A pause. Then quieter. Don't leave yet. The words were heavier than they should have been. Sophia looked away. This isn't right. You're the CEO of Cole Industries. People will come. I said no. His voice sharpened for a second, then softened again, like he was fighting himself. Sophia tightened her grip on the tray. I'm just the waitress, she said quietly. Ethan looked at her, long, silent. Then he spoke, almost like a whisper. Then why do I feel like I already know you? That question hung in the room. Sophia couldn't answer, because she didn't understand it either. A long silence passed. The storm outside got louder. Ethan leaned back slightly, eyes half lowered now. Stay, he said again. And this time, it wasn't an order. It was something else, something weaker, something human. Sophia's breath slowed. I shouldn't, she said. but she didn't move. And that was the mistake. The room dimmed further as the storm swallowed the city lights. Sophia should have left minutes ago, but she was still there, still watching him. Ethan had stopped speaking clearly now. His head tilted slightly, as if the world was slipping away from him. "I don't feel right," he murmured. Sophia stepped closer cautiously. "I told you, you need help." But before she could reach for her phone, Ethan grabbed her wrist, not hard, but enough to stop her. Sophia froze. "Ethan." His grip loosened slightly, but he didn't let go. "You're real," he said quietly. Her heart skipped. "What? I thought I was imagining you earlier." Sophia tried to pull back gently. "I think you're confused." But Ethan shook his head slowly. "No, I remember your voice." Silence. The air shifted again. He let go of her wrist, but his hand stayed close to her. Too close. "Don't go," he said again. Sophia looked at him, and for the first time, she saw it clearly. Not billionaire Ethan Cole, not powerful CEO, just a man fighting something inside himself. "I can't stay here," she whispered, but she didn't move. Ethan exhaled slowly. "Then don't leave like everyone else." That sentence hit her harder than expected. Sophia looked away. "I'm not like anyone else," she said quietly. Ethan's eyes lifted slightly. "I know." A pause. Then he stood up again, slow, unsteady, and took one step closer. Sophia stepped back immediately. "Ethan, stop!" But he didn't. Not aggressively, not violently, just drawn to something he couldn't explain. And then the room went still again. Too still. Too quiet. Only the storm outside remained, and neither of them knew that this night was already crossing a line they could never erase. Morning came too fast. Sophia woke first. The sunlight was harsh against the glass. For a few seconds, she didn't move. Then reality hit. She sat up slowly. Her hands shook as she pulled the sheet around her. Ethan was still asleep beside her. She looked at him once. Long. Quiet. Then she whispered, "I shouldn't have stayed." She got up immediately. No delay, no explanation. She dressed quickly and left the room before he woke up. Later that morning, Ethan woke slowly. His head was heavy. Something felt deeply wrong. He sat up, looked around the room. Empty. Silence. Then he turned slightly and froze. On the edge of the bedsheet, there was a faint bloodstain. His eyes locked on it. For a moment, he didn't move. "What is this?" He looked around again quickly. The room, the floor, the door. No one. But the mark on the sheet stayed. His breathing slowed. Confusion hit first. Then fragments of memory began to return. The woman's face. Her voice. I'm not that kind of woman. The way she had hesitated. The way she had tried to stop things. His hand tightened slightly on the bedsheet. No. He stood up slowly now, still staring at the stain. Realization started to build in pieces. He remembered touching her hand, her voice saying something about never doing this before. Her resisting at first, then silence, and then nothing clearly after that, because everything had been blurred. The drug, the loss of control, the missing time. His expression changed completely. Shock replaced confusion, because now he understood what that stain meant. This wasn't just a night he couldn't remember. This was someone's first time, and he had been part of it, without even knowing. Ethan stepped back slowly. His jaw tightened. No. What have I done? But there was no answer. Only silence. And the empty room where she used to be. Ethan stood alone in the silent suite. The blood stain on the bed still hadn't left his eyes. He tried to steady his breathing, but his mind refused to settle. Fragments kept returning. Her voice, her hands shaking. "I've never done this before." His chest tightened. He grabbed his phone immediately. "Security, Suite 1904. I need footage from last night. Now." But even as he spoke, something inside him already felt the truth. She had been here, and now she was gone. Meanwhile, Sophia was already across the city, sitting alone on a bus bench, staring at her shaking hands. She hadn't spoken to anyone since leaving the hotel. Her chest felt tight. Her thoughts wouldn't stop spinning. She kept replaying everything: the suite, the silence, the way she had tried to stop it, and then couldn't. "I shouldn't have stayed," she whispered to herself. But even as she said it, tears filled her eyes, because the truth was already settling in her body. Something had changed, something irreversible. 3 weeks later, Sophia stood inside a small pharmacy. Her hands trembled as she held a small white box. Pregnancy test. She didn't breathe as she paid, didn't speak, didn't look at anyone. Back in her tiny apartment, she locked the door, sat on the bathroom floor, and waited. 1 line. 2 lines. Her breath stopped. She dropped the test slowly. "No." But her body already knew before her mind accepted it. She was pregnant, and the father was a man who didn't even know her name. That night, she sat alone in the dark, phone in hand. Ethan Cole. She searched the name. Photos filled the screen. Powerful, untouchable, dangerous. A man who lived in another world. She pressed her hand over her stomach. "I can't go back there," she whispered. Tears fell quietly, because she knew what the world would say. A waitress, a billionaire, a mistake, and a child that didn't fit anywhere. So she made her decision. She wouldn't tell him. She wouldn't go back. She would disappear completely. The next morning, Sophia resigned from her job, packed her small belongings, and left the city. 5 years passed. Ethan Cole's name grew even bigger. His company expanded globally. His face was everywhere: magazines, business covers, interviews. But behind all of it, he never got peace. Because that night never left him. And neither did the question, who was she? Sophia, on the other hand, lived a completely different life. Far from the city, far from luxury, far from anything connected to Ethan Cole. She worked quietly, raising her son alone. A small life, a hidden life, but not an easy one. Her son, Jason, was 5 now. Bright, curious, too intelligent for his age, and sometimes too familiar in ways she tried not to think about. "Mummy, why don't I have a daddy?" Jason asked one evening. Sophia froze for a moment, then forced a soft smile. "You do," she said gently. "He just isn't here." Jason nodded slowly. "Did he go far away?" Sophia looked away. "Yes, very far." But even as she said it, her chest tightened, because she knew the truth was heavier than distance. One evening, Jason fell sick. Sophia rushed him to a small clinic. The doctor checked him carefully, then paused. "Madam, I don't usually say this, but your son's features..." He hesitated. Sophia's stomach tightened. "What about him?" The doctor shook his head slightly. "He looks like someone important." Sophia's hands froze, but she said nothing. She already knew what people would start noticing if they looked too closely. The eyes, the face, the expression, everything she had tried to bury. Meanwhile, back in the city, Ethan sat alone in his office late at night. His assistant walked in carefully. "Sir, you've been reviewing old security logs again." Ethan didn't look up. "I need every clip from that night," he said quietly. "Every second." The assistant hesitated. Sir, that was 5 years ago. Ethan's voice lowered, and I still don't know who she was. He leaned back slowly, his eyes dark. I remember blood on the bed. I remember her voice, but I don't remember her name. A pause, then softer. But I know she existed. And for the first time in 5 years, he made a decision. Find her. Elsewhere. Sophia watched Jason sleep that night. Her fingers brushed his hair gently. I did the right thing, she whispered. But her voice didn't sound convinced anymore, because somewhere deep inside, she knew the past was not done with her. Not yet. Ethan had not slept properly in days. Every report, every footage, every search result still led to nothing. But this time, something changed. A small breakthrough. A security clip recovered from the hotel archives. The assistant rushed into his office. Sir, we found something. Ethan immediately stood. Play it. The screen flickered. The night of the hotel. The hallway outside his suite. And then, her. Sophia. Standing outside his door. Holding a tray. Ethan leaned forward slowly. His breath tightened. Stop it, he said quietly. The video continued. She entered the room. The door closed. Ethan didn't blink. His voice dropped lower. Zoom in. The footage was blurry, but enough. Her face, her movements, her hesitation. And then, nothing clear after that. Just time passing. Ethan sat back slowly. His jaw tightened. That's her, he whispered. The assistant looked confused. You recognize her, sir? Ethan didn't answer immediately. Then finally, yes. A long pause. She's the one I lost. That same afternoon, Ethan left his office early for the first time in years. No meetings, no calls, only one destination. The hotel district reports had mentioned a small café nearby that employed seasonal workers years ago. Something about the timing felt right. He didn't know why. He just followed it. At the small café, Sophia was working quietly behind the counter. Jason sat near the window, drawing on a small notebook. Stay here, okay? She said softly. I'll be right back. Jason nodded. Okay, Mummy. She turned toward the counter again, and that was when the door opened. A bell rang. Sophia didn't look up immediately. Take a seat, I'll be with you in a second, she said automatically. Footsteps approached. Slow, controlled, familiar in a way she couldn't explain. Then a voice. Low, quiet. Sophia. Her body froze instantly. That name had not been spoken to her like that in years. She slowly turned, and the world stopped. Ethan Cole stood there, still, watching her. Not like a stranger, like someone who had been searching for a ghost for too long. Sophia's lips parted slightly. No, she whispered. Behind her, Jason looked up from his drawing, curious. The boy stood, walked closer slowly, and then looked at Ethan. Mommy, Jason said softly. Who is that man? Silence filled the space instantly. Ethan's eyes dropped slowly to the boy, and everything inside him stopped, because the face in front of him was not unknown. It was his. The cafe felt completely silent. Even the background noise faded into nothing. Sophia stood frozen, Ethan stood still, and Jason stood between them, looking from one face to the other, confused, but curious. Ethan slowly lowered his gaze again to the boy. His voice came out quieter than before. What's your name? Jason tilted his head slightly. Jason. A pause. Then Ethan repeated it under his breath. Jason. Something inside him tightened. He looked at Sophia immediately. His voice sharpened slightly. How old is he? Sophia didn't answer at first. Her hands trembled slightly behind the counter. 5, she said finally. Silence. That number hit him like a shock. 5 years. Ethan's jaw tightened. His mind flashed. Fragments. The hotel. The night. The missing memory. The blood on the sheets. He stepped forward slightly. 5 years ago, he said slowly. Sophia looked away immediately. Ethan. He raised his hand slightly. No, don't. His voice was calm, but shaking underneath. Just answer me. Jason looked up at Sophia. Mummy, do you know him? Sophia didn't answer him. Her throat tightened, because the truth was standing right in front of her now. Ethan took another step closer. His eyes never left hers. You left that morning, he said quietly. Sophia closed her eyes for a second. Ethan, please. He didn't let her finish. You disappeared. His voice cracked slightly now. I woke up alone. Silence again. Jason tugged Sophia's sleeve gently. Mommy, why is he talking like he knows you? Sophia knelt slightly, holding Jason's shoulders. Go sit down for a second, she whispered. Jason hesitated, then walked back slowly to the table. Now it was just them, Ethan and Sophia. 5 years of silence standing between them. Ethan's voice dropped lower. I found the hotel records. Sophia's breath stopped. I saw you, he continued. I saw the room. He paused, then added quietly, and I saw the blood. Sophia's eyes filled instantly. Stop, she whispered. But Ethan didn't stop. His voice was shaking now. Tell me the truth. A long silence. Then Sophia finally spoke. I didn't want to tell you, she said softly. Ethan stepped closer again. Tell me what? Her voice broke slightly. Because I didn't want you to think I came back for money, or power, or anything from you. Ethan stared at her. Then slowly, I never thought that. Silence. Jason's voice broke it from the side. Mommy, why are you crying? Sophia wiped her face quickly, but Ethan had already looked back at the boy. His expression had changed completely now. Not confusion anymore. Recognition. Because the way Jason looked at him was no longer uncertain. It was familiar. Ethan's voice dropped. Sophia? She didn't look up. I didn't know, she whispered. That night, I didn't even know what happened clearly. Ethan stood still. For the first time, his voice softened. Look at me. Slowly, Sophia lifted her eyes, and everything she had buried for 5 years collapsed at once. Because Ethan Cole wasn't looking at her like a mistake. He was looking at her like someone he had lost, and the boy beside her was looking at him like he already belonged there. Sophia's breath caught as Ethan's words settled in the air. A DNA test. Those words made her body go cold. Jason stood quietly beside the table, sensing the tension even if he didn't understand it. Ethan didn't look away from Sophia. I'm not guessing anymore, he said firmly. I need certainty. Sophia's voice was barely audible. There's no need for that. But Ethan stepped closer. Yes, there is. Silence. Jason tugged Sophia's sleeve again. Mommy, am I in trouble? That question broke something in her. She immediately knelt and held his shoulders. No, baby, you're not in trouble. But her eyes were shaking. Ethan watched them both. Something inside him tightened again. Because the way the boy spoke, the way he stood, the way he looked at him without fear, was too familiar to ignore. Ethan exhaled slowly. I'm not here to hurt you, he said quietly to Jason. Jason nodded slightly. I know you're not. Ethan froze. That answer hit harder than expected. He looked back at Sophia. I want the test done, he repeated. Sophia closed her eyes for a second, then whispered, Fine. 2 days later. The DNA samples were taken. Silence filled every second of the wait. Ethan did not sleep. Sophia barely out. Jason, unaware of the storm around him, continued drawing and asking innocent questions. "Mommy, is the man coming back again?" Sophia forced a smile. "I don't know, sweetheart." But deep inside, she already knew everything was about to change. When the results finally arrived, Ethan was alone in his office. The envelope sat on the table, untouched. His assistant stood nearby. "Sir, do you want me to open it?" Ethan shook his head. "No." A pause, then slowly, "I need to hear the truth myself." He picked it up, opened it, read the first line. His hand went still. The room felt silent. Too silent. His eyes didn't move for several seconds. Then he whispered, "It's mine." The assistant froze. "Sir?" Ethan slowly lowered the paper. His voice was quieter now. "That boy is my son." Silence swallowed the room completely. Ethan leaned back in his chair, and for the first time in 5 years, he finally understood why he could never forget that night. Because it hadn't just taken something from him. It had created something he never knew existed. A child. His child. Ethan didn't move for a long time after reading the result. His eyes stayed fixed on the paper, even though he had already memorized the words. "It's mine." That line kept repeating in his head. His son. 5 years. 5 years lost. He suddenly stood up. "Get the car ready," he ordered his assistant sharply. The assistant hesitated. "Sir, where are you going?" Ethan grabbed his coat. "To the woman who hid my son from me." Meanwhile, Sophia sat at home watching Jason sleep. The room was quiet, but her heart wasn't. She already knew the DNA result would come back, and nothing would stay the same after that. Jason stirred slightly in his sleep. Sophia gently brushed his hair back. "I did what I had to," she whispered, but her voice shook. "I protected you." A loud knock came at the door. Sophia froze instantly. Another knock, stronger this time. She slowly stood up, walked toward the door. Her hand hesitated on the handle. Then she opened it. Ethan was standing there. No words at first, just silence. His eyes locked on hers immediately. "You knew," he said quietly. Sophia didn't answer. Ethan stepped inside without waiting. His voice rose slightly now. "You knew that was my son." Sophia closed the door slowly behind him. "I didn't know how to tell you," she said softly. Ethan turned sharply. "You didn't know how?" he repeated. His voice cracked slightly now. "You took 5 years from me." Sophia's eyes filled immediately. "I didn't take anything from you," she said. "I left because I thought you wouldn't even remember me." Silence. Jason's small voice came from the bedroom. "Mommy." Both of them turned. Jason stood in the hallway, rubbing his eyes. He looked at Ethan, then at Sophia. "Is he the man from the café?" Sophia didn't answer. Ethan slowly stepped forward. This time, his voice was calmer. "Yes," he said. "I am." Jason tilted his head. "So, are you my daddy?" That question froze everything again. Ethan didn't speak immediately. He looked at the boy. Really looked. Then quietly said, "Yes." Sophia's breath broke instantly. Jason didn't run, didn't cry. He just looked curious, like he had always suspected it. Ethan lowered himself slightly to Jason's level. "I didn't know you existed," he said softly. Jason nodded slowly. "It's okay," he replied. "I'm here now." Ethan closed his eyes for a moment. That simple answer hit harder than anything else. He stood back up slowly, then looked at Sophia again. His voice lowered. "We're not finished." Sophia stood still after Ethan's words. "We're not finished." Those words didn't sound like anger anymore. They sounded final. Jason stood between them, looking from his father to his mother, sensing the tension again. Sophia slowly shook her head. "What exactly do you want, Ethan?" Ethan didn't answer immediately. His eyes stayed on Jason for a moment. Then he spoke quietly. "I want my son." Sophia's breath tightened instantly. "No," she said quickly. Ethan looked back at her. "What do you mean, no?" Her voice shook slightly now. "I raised him alone. I protected him alone. You don't just walk in and take him." Ethan stepped forward. "I'm not taking him," he said firmly. "I'm claiming what's mine." Silence dropped hard between them. Jason moved closer to Sophia, holding her hand tightly. Sophia instinctively pulled him behind her slightly. Ethan noticed that. His jaw tightened. "I'm not your enemy," he said, more controlled now. Sophia let out a bitter breath. "That's easy to say now." A pause. Then she added quietly, "You weren't here when I had nothing, when I was sick, when I had no money, when I had to explain to a child why his father didn't exist." Ethan's expression shifted slightly. Something in him cracked. "I didn't know," he said again, lower. Sophia shook her head. "That doesn't change what happened." Silence again. Jason looked up. "Mommy, are you angry at him?" Sophia hesitated, then knelt slightly. "I'm not angry," she said softly. "I'm just tired." Ethan watched them both. For the first time, his voice softened completely. "I don't want to take him away from you," he said. Sophia looked up at him immediately. "But I can't disappear from his life either." Silence. That was the real conflict. Not anger, not money, not power, but time. 5 years of it. Ethan exhaled slowly. "I want to be part of his life," he said firmly. Sophia stood up slowly. "That's not something you decide in one day." Ethan nodded slightly. "I know." A pause, then he added, "But I'm not leaving again." Jason tugged Sophia's hand. "Mommy, can he stay?" That question broke the tension slightly. Sophia looked down at her son, then back at Ethan. Her voice was quieter now. "This isn't about staying," she said. "It's about what happens next." Ethan met her eyes. "And I intend to stay for all of it." Silence filled the room again. But this time, it wasn't empty. It was the beginning of something neither of them could escape anymore. The silence in the room didn't last long. Ethan's phone rang. Once. Then again. He glanced at the screen. "Mother." Sophia noticed the change in his expression immediately. Ethan answered. "Yes." A sharp voice came through. "Where are you?" Ethan stepped slightly away. "That's not important right now." A pause. Then the voice turned colder. "Is it true what I heard?" Ethan didn't answer immediately. Sophia watched him closely. Then he said quietly, "Yes." Silence. Then the voice snapped. "You have a child? With a stranger?" Ethan's jaw tightened. "She is not a stranger." Sophia closed her eyes briefly at that sentence, but the voice continued. "Bring him here, immediately. We need to handle this properly before the media finds out." Ethan's voice dropped. "No." That single word changed everything. The line went silent for a moment. Then his mother spoke again, slower now. "You are making a mistake." Ethan looked toward Jason, who was sitting quietly on the couch. "I already made the mistake 5 years ago," he said quietly. Then he ended the call. Sophia exhaled slowly. "You just said no to your family." Ethan turned to her. "I said no to them controlling my son's life." A pause. Jason looked up. "Daddy, are they angry?" Ethan softened immediately. "No," he said gently. "They're just surprised." Jason nodded slowly. Sophia watched the interaction carefully. It was unfamiliar, Seeing Ethan like this, not a billionaire, not powerful, just a father trying. But her voice was still guarded. "They won't stop," she said quietly. Ethan nodded. "I know." He stepped closer slightly. "That's why I need to make this clear." Sophia frowned. "Clear?" Ethan looked at both of them. "I'm not walking away again," he said firmly. "And I'm not letting anyone take him away." Silence. Jason smiled slightly. "Then we're a family now." Sophia froze at that word. Ethan didn't hesitate. "Yes," he said softly. But Sophia's expression didn't relax, because she knew something they didn't. The real fight hadn't started yet. And outside that apartment, someone was already watching. That night, Ethan didn't leave. He stayed in Sophia's apartment, not as a guest, but as someone refusing to disappear again. Jason fell asleep early, curled up on the small couch. Sophia sat quietly at the table, staring at nothing. Ethan stood near the window, phone in hand. His assistant's voice came through. "Sir, your family has already contacted 3 major media houses." Ethan's expression tightened. "What did they say?" "They are preparing a statement. They're denying the child completely and suggesting the mother may be attempting to manipulate you." Silence. Ethan's jaw clenched. "Send them this message," he said coldly. "Any media outlet that publishes a lie about my son will lose every contract with my company." The assistant hesitated. "Sir, that will cause war with your family." Ethan didn't blink. "Then let it start." He ended the call. Sophia had heard everything. She stood slowly. "You're going public?" Ethan turned to her. "I'm protecting my son." Sophia shook her head slightly. "You don't understand what that means. Your world will destroy mine." Ethan stepped closer. "Your world is already mine now," he said quietly. Silence. Sophia looked away. "I didn't ask for this," she whispered. Ethan nodded. "I know." A pause, then softer. "But neither did I ask to lose 5 years of his life." Jason stirred slightly in his sleep. Both of them looked at him. The room softened for a moment. Then Sophia spoke again. "What happens next?" Ethan didn't hesitate. "Next," he said firmly, "I stop hiding." The next morning, Ethan Cole appeared in public. For the first time in years, he did not hide behind press silence or corporate statements. Photographers gathered instantly. Reporters shouted questions. But Ethan walked straight through them. No hesitation, no fear. And then, he stopped at the microphone. The cameras went silent instantly. Ethan spoke clearly. "I am not here to deny anything." A pause. "I have a son." Gasps spread through the crowd. Ethan continued. "And I will not allow him or his mother to be disrespected by anyone." The reporters erupted with questions. But Ethan didn't answer them. Instead, he stepped back. Because for the first time, he wasn't protecting his reputation. He was protecting his family. Back at the apartment, Sophia watched the live broadcast on a small screen. Her hands were shaking slightly. Jason sat beside her, eating quietly. "Mommy," he said softly, "is Daddy famous now?" Sophia looked at him, then at the screen, and whispered, "He already was." But now, he had something to lose, and something to fight for. The moment Ethan's public statement went viral, everything changed. Within hours, headlines exploded across business and gossip media. Ethan Cole reveals secret child. Who is the mystery woman behind Billionaire's son? Cole family dynasty under threat. But inside the Cole family mansion, the reaction was not media excitement. It was war. Ethan's mother stood in the center of the living room, staring at the television in disbelief. "He actually did it," she said coldly. One of the board members beside her spoke carefully. "Madam, the public is already reacting. Investors are asking questions." She turned sharply. "I don't care about investors." Her voice dropped lower. "I care about control." Meanwhile, Sophia was outside the apartment building with Jason, buying simple groceries. She noticed it first. A black car parked across the street. Then another. Her steps slowed slightly. Jason tugged her hand. "Mommy, why are those cars following us?" Sophia forced a calm smile. "They're not following us, sweetheart." But she knew they were. Back inside the apartment later that night, Ethan arrived quickly. He noticed immediately. Sophia was tense. Jason was unusually quiet. "What happened?" Ethan asked. Sophia didn't answer right away. Then she placed a folded newspaper on the table. Ethan looked at it. His expression darkened instantly. Threats, speculation, and then a line that made his jaw tighten. "Source close to the Cole family suggests legal action may be taken to separate the child from the mother." Ethan exhaled sharply. "This is my mother," he said quietly. Sophia looked up immediately. "She's going to take him from me?" Ethan stepped closer. "No," he said firmly. "She's not taking anything." Jason, sensing the tension again, moved closer to Sophia. Ethan noticed. His voice softened slightly. "Hey," he said to the boy. "No one is taking you anywhere." Jason looked up at him. "Even Grandma?" That question hit Ethan differently. He paused, then said carefully, "Even her." Silence. Sophia's voice was quieter now. "This is exactly what I was afraid of." Ethan turned to her. "You don't have to face this alone." She shook her head slightly. "You don't understand your family." Ethan nodded slowly. "I understand them better than anyone." A pause. Then he added, "And I'm choosing you over them." That sentence stayed in the air. Heavy. Real. Sophia didn't respond immediately, because she knew choices like that came with consequences, and Ethan's world didn't forgive betrayal easily. At that exact moment, in the Cole family mansion, Ethan's mother made a call. Her voice was calm, controlled, dangerous. "Prepare everything," she said. "We are bringing that child back into this family, whether Ethan agrees or not." She ended the call, and the war officially began. The first legal notice arrived the next morning, delivered in a sealed envelope, marked with the Cole family legal crest. Ethan didn't open it immediately. He already knew what it was. Sophia stood behind him, holding Jason close. "What is it?" she asked quietly. Ethan finally opened it. His expression didn't change at first, but his jaw tightened slightly as he read. Custody petition, emergency court filing, and one line that made the air feel heavier. "The child shall be placed under Cole family guardianship pending review." Silence filled the room. Sophia's voice broke it. "They're trying to take him." Ethan folded the document slowly. "No," he said firmly. "They're trying to scare us." Jason looked up. "Daddy, what does that mean?" Ethan turned immediately. "Nothing that will happen to you." But Sophia wasn't convinced. "This isn't just paperwork," she said quietly. "This is power. Real power." Ethan looked at her. "I know exactly what it is," he replied. A pause. Then softer. "And I'm not backing down." Later that day, Ethan arrived at the Cole family estate. For the first time in years, he didn't enter as the obedient heir. He entered as a father. Inside the grand hall, his mother was already waiting. Calm, composed, dangerous. "So, she said slowly. You've decided to embarrass this family publicly. Ethan didn't sit. I've decided to raise my son, he corrected. His mother tilted her head slightly. That woman is not suitable. Ethan's voice dropped. She is his mother. A pause. Then she stepped forward. And what about us? Your family? Your legacy? Ethan looked at her directly. I didn't choose this family, he said quietly, but I chose him. Silence. The room froze. His mother's expression changed slightly. You are making a mistake you cannot undo. Ethan didn't hesitate. The only mistake I made, he said, was not finding him sooner. Back at the apartment. Sophia was packing slowly. Jason sat on the bed, watching her. Mommy, are we leaving again? She stopped for a second, then forced a small smile. No, baby. We're just being careful. But her hands were shaking, because she knew this wasn't over. It was only starting. Outside the window, the same black cars were still there, watching, waiting, and somewhere inside the coal empire, a decision had already been made, one that would push everything beyond control. The courtroom was packed, reporters outside, security inside, whispers everywhere. Sophia sat quietly on one side, holding Jason's hand tightly. Ethan sat on the opposite side of the aisle. But this time, he wasn't alone. He had lawyers. The Cole family had lawyers. And between them was a child everyone was suddenly fighting for. The judge entered. Case regarding custody of Jason Cole will now begin. Sophia's breath tightened at the surname. Cole. Jason looked up at her. Mommy, why is my name the same as Daddy's? She swallowed hard. Because he's your father, she said softly. Jason nodded slowly, like it finally made sense. The Cole family lawyer stood first. Your Honor, the child in question is of the Cole bloodline. We are requesting immediate custody transfer due to concerns over stability and environment. Sophia's grip tightened on Jason's hand. Ethan's jaw clenched. Then he stood, without waiting for permission. Murmurs filled the courtroom immediately. The judge raised a hand. Mr. Cole, you may speak. Ethan stepped forward. His voice was calm, but firm. I am the father of that child, he said, and I am not here to remove him from his mother. A pause. Then he turned slightly toward Sophia. I am here to protect both of them. Sophia looked up at him quickly. Surprise flickered across her face. The lawyer interrupted. Your Honor, the mother has no legal connection to the Cole estate, no financial stability, and no... Ethan cut in sharply. Stop. The courtroom went silent. Ethan's voice lowered. She raised him alone for 5 years. He pointed slightly toward Sophia. While I lived in luxury, she struggled. A pause. And he survived because of her. Silence. Jason squeezed Sophia's hand tighter. Ethan continued. If anyone is unstable here, it is not her. Murmurs spread across the room. The judge raised a hand again. Order. The Cole family matriarch stood suddenly. Ethan, you are destroying everything we built. Ethan turned toward her. No, he said calmly. I am correcting what you ignored. A pause, then softer but sharper. This is my son, not an asset, not a legacy. Silence fell again. Sophia's eyes filled slightly, because for the first time, she saw it clearly. Ethan wasn't fighting for power. He was fighting for them. The judge leaned forward. This court will adjourn and review all emotional, financial, and parental factors before a decision is made. Bangs of the gavel echoed. Case paused, but the war wasn't over. It had just entered a new phase. Outside the courthouse, Sophia stepped out holding Jason. Ethan followed. No cameras now, just silence. Jason looked between them. "Are we okay now?" he asked softly. Sophia didn't answer immediately. Ethan crouched slightly. "We're getting there," he said gently. Jason nodded, then smiled slightly. "Good. I like both of you together." That sentence hit differently. Sophia looked away quickly. Ethan stayed quiet, because neither of them could say it out loud yet. But something had already shifted, and the next decision would change everything again. The car ride home was silent. Jason had fallen asleep in the back seat, his head resting on Sophia's lap. Sophia stared out of the window. Ethan was driving. Neither of them spoke for a long time. The city lights passed slowly, but the tension between them didn't fade. It only grew heavier. Finally, Ethan broke the silence. "You were going to leave again, weren't you?" Sophia didn't answer immediately. Then quietly, "I was thinking about it." Ethan's grip tightened slightly on the steering wheel. "I won't let you do that." Sophia turned toward him slightly. "You don't get to decide that." A pause. Then Ethan spoke lower. "I'm not trying to control you." Silence again. Only the sound of the road. Sophia looked down at Jason sleeping. Her voice softened. "This is not easy for me either." Ethan nodded slowly. "I know." A long pause. Then he added, "But I need you to understand something." Sophia looked at him. Ethan didn't take his eyes off the road. "I didn't just lose 5 years of my son's life." His voice dropped slightly. "I lost 5 years of yours too." Sophia froze slightly. Ethan continued, "And I don't know how to fix that yet." Silence filled the car again. Different now, not tense. Heavier. Real. Later that night, at the apartment, Jason was asleep again. Sophia gently placed him in bed. Ethan stood near the doorway, watching. For a long moment, neither of them moved. Then Sophia turned to him. "You're staying again?" Ethan nodded. "I'm not leaving him." A pause. Then he added quietly, "Or you." Sophia looked away immediately. "That's not something you can just say." Ethan stepped closer slightly. "I know." Silence. Then softer. "But I mean it." Sophia's voice dropped. "You don't know what you're asking for." Ethan looked at her directly now. "Then tell me." That made her stop. For the first time, she didn't have an immediate answer. Because the truth was, she didn't know either. A quiet moment passed. Jason shifted slightly in his sleep. Both of them looked at him instinctively. That small moment softened everything. Ethan spoke again, quieter. "I don't want to just be his father," he said. Sophia turned slightly. "What do you want then?" A pause. Ethan looked at her, and for the first time since everything started, he didn't sound like a billionaire. He sounded human. "I want us to stop being strangers," he said. Silence. Sophia didn't answer, but she didn't walk away either. And that was the first crack in the wall between them. Morning came quietly, too quietly. Sophia woke up first. Jason was still asleep beside her. Ethan was not on the couch. For a moment, panic flickered in her chest. Then she heard movement in the kitchen. She stood up slowly and walked out. Ethan was there, cooking, badly. A burnt smell filled the air. Sophia stopped at the doorway, watching him. He looked out of place. A billionaire who looked like he didn't know how to handle a frying pan. She almost smiled. Almost. "You're going to burn the apartment down," she said softly. Ethan turned slightly. "I'm trying to make breakfast." Sophia crossed her arms. "For who?" Jason or yourself? Ethan paused. Both. That answer surprised her. Silence fell again, but it was lighter this time. Less tension. More normal. Sophia stepped forward slowly. You don't have to do this. Ethan looked at her. I want to. A pause. Then he added, I missed a lot. I don't want to miss anything else. Sophia didn't respond immediately. Instead, she walked past him and turned off the stove. You're doing it wrong, she said quietly. Ethan frowned slightly. I noticed. That made her finally let out a small breath that almost sounded like a laugh. Later that morning, Jason woke up, walked into the kitchen, stopped, looked at Ethan, then at Sophia. Why does it smell like smoke? Sophia pointed at Ethan. Your father is experimenting. Jason tilted his head. Is he bad at it? Ethan raised a brow. I'm standing right here. Jason walked closer and looked at the pan, then nodded seriously. Yes, you are bad at it. Sophia actually laughed this time, a real one. Ethan looked at both of them, and something inside him softened again. This was what he had been missing. Not meetings, not power. This. But outside that small moment of peace, the world was not quiet. A knock came at the door. Once, then again. Sophia froze slightly. Ethan noticed immediately. He stepped forward. Stay back, he said calmly. Another knock, stronger this time. Sophia whispered, Who is it? Ethan moved toward the door slowly, his voice lowered. I think we're about to find out. He opened the door, and the calm inside the apartment was about to break again. Ethan opened the door slowly. The air outside the apartment felt different immediately, colder. He stepped forward slightly and saw them. Two men in formal suits. Behind them, another car parked quietly by the curb. Sophia appeared behind Ethan, holding Jason instinctively. Her voice dropped. Who are they? Ethan didn't answer immediately, because he already knew. Cole Family Legal Enforcement. One of the men stepped forward. Mr. Cole, he said respectfully. Court emergency directive has been issued. Ethan's jaw tightened. What directive? The man held out a sealed document. Ethan took it, opened it, read it once, then again. His expression hardened. Sophia noticed instantly. What is it? She asked. Ethan didn't look at her yet. Temporary custody supervision order, he said quietly. Sophia froze. Jason tugged her sleeve. Mommy, what does that mean? Sophia couldn't answer immediately. Ethan finally turned. They're trying to monitor where you stay, he said calmly, and restrict movement until final court ruling. Silence. Sophia's grip tightened on Jason. No, she said firmly. Ethan looked at her. This isn't optional, he said. It's legal pressure. A pause, then softer. But it's not final. Sophia's voice shook slightly now. So what happens now? Ethan looked at Jason, then back at her. I respond, he said. That afternoon, Ethan arrived at his legal headquarters. Every senior lawyer was already waiting. The room was tense. One of them spoke carefully. Sir, your family is escalating faster than expected. Ethan sat down. Then escalate faster than them, he replied. Silence. Another lawyer hesitated. Are you prepared for what this means? Public exposure, asset freezes, internal board rebellion. Ethan cut him off. I don't care about my position. He leaned forward slightly. I care about my son. A pause. And the woman who raised him. The room went quiet, because that was not the Ethan Cole they knew. Back at the apartment, Sophia was packing again. Not fully, just preparing. Jason watched quietly. Mommy, are we leaving? She paused, then forced a small smile. Just in case. Jason looked down. Because of Daddy's family? Sophia stopped, didn't answer immediately, then softly, yes. Jason nodded slowly, then said something that made her freeze. But Daddy said he won't let anyone take me. Sophia looked at him, and for the first time, she didn't have a response. That night, Ethan returned. He saw the bags. His expression tightened slightly. You were leaving, he said quietly. Sophia didn't deny it. I don't trust this situation, she replied. Ethan stepped closer. Trust me then. Silence. Long. Heavy. Then Jason walked between them again. Stop arguing, he said softly. Both adults froze. Jason looked at Ethan. Fix it. Then at Sophia. And don't leave. That simple instruction landed harder than any court order. Ethan exhaled slowly. Sophia closed her eyes for a second, and for the first time, neither of them had an immediate fight left in them. Only uncertainty. And something neither of them had fully named yet. Hope. The knock on the door came again, this time slower, controlled. Ethan opened it and froze. His mother stood there, not the version of her he had seen at the courthouse, not the cold, calculating woman from the mansion. This time, she looked different, tired, but composed. Sophia stepped forward slightly behind Ethan, holding Jason close. Jason peeked out quietly. Daddy, who is that? Ethan didn't answer immediately, because his mother had already stepped inside. Her eyes landed on Jason, and for a moment, everything in her expression changed. Silence filled the room. Then she spoke softly. So, this is him. Jason looked up at her, unafraid, just curious. Ethan's mother slowly walked closer. She knelt slightly in front of the boy. What's your name? She asked gently. Jason, he replied. A pause. Then she nodded slowly. Strong name. Jason smiled a little. Sophia watched carefully, still cautious. Ethan spoke first. Why are you here? His mother stood slowly. Her voice was quieter now. I came to stop this war. Silence. She turned slightly toward Sophia. I don't want this family divided over pride and headlines. A pause. Then she added firmly, but I also cannot accept confusion in the bloodline of this family. Ethan's jaw tightened slightly. Sophia stepped forward. I never asked for your family, she said softly. His mother looked at her directly. I know. Then she looked back at Ethan. If this child is to be acknowledged publicly, then we do it properly. Ethan frowned slightly. What are you saying? His mother exhaled slowly. Marriage. Silence dropped instantly. Sophia's breath caught slightly. Ethan didn't speak immediately. His mother continued calmly. Our name does not survive scandal. She looked at Sophia again. And you have already been part of his life long enough to understand what this means. A pause, then softer. If you are willing to stand with him, then you become his wife. Silence again. Jason looked between them. Mommy, what is marriage? Sophia knelt slightly, not answering immediately, because her heart was already shaking. Ethan finally spoke. You're not forcing her. His mother shook her head. I'm not forcing anyone. A pause. I'm offering peace. Silence filled the room. Not loud anymore, just heavy. Ethan looked at Sophia, really looked at her, for everything they had been through. The night, the loss, the child, the fight. And now, this moment. Sophia didn't speak immediately, but she didn't step back either. And that was enough. The wedding was small, quiet. No media chaos, no public spectacle. Just a decision that finally settled years of unrest. Sophia stood in a simple white dress. Jason stood beside her, holding her hand tightly. Ethan stood across from them. For the first time, not as a billionaire alone, but as a father and a husband-to-be. The vows were simple. No dramatic speeches, just truth. Ethan spoke first. "I don't promise perfection," he said quietly. "I only promise I will never disappear again." Sophia looked at him for a long moment. Then softly, "I don't need perfection," she replied. "I just need honesty." Silence. Then they exchanged rings. Jason smiled brightly. "Now we are really a family," he said happily. Ethan crouched down and pulled him into a gentle hug. "Yes," he said softly. "We are." Later, they moved into the estate, not as strangers, not as outsiders, but as a family finally accepting its own truth. Jason ran through the halls laughing. Sophia stood in the doorway watching him. Ethan walked up beside her. "You're still here," he said quietly. Sophia glanced at him. "I said I would stay for him," she replied. A pause, then softer. "And for now, I'm still here." Ethan nodded slightly, then looked at their son. And for the first time in years, his home was no longer empty. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another powerful billionaire love story. Tell me in the comments, do you think Sophia did the right thing by keeping Jason a secret for 5 years? Or should she have told Ethan the truth from the beginning? And if you believe true love always finds its way back, drop a heart in the comments.